Hello and welcome back to the Beard Before Wicket podcast. It's a different situation. We've just done a live show, and thanks for that, Ravi.
Sorry.
Do you want to smash it off the table again? That was Ravi Bopara. If you're not watching and you're just listening, we've just watched the Pakistan-India game. Ravi joined us for the live show. Ravi, apart from the live show, the awesome food that Pepe's provided, how was the game?
It was a roller coaster of a game. I thought at one stage Pakistan had it when they got a couple of wickets. But nowadays, chasing 10 and over down the back end, it's just, you got to back the batting side, always. It just happens. Things just happen. Ball goes out the park a couple of times. Suddenly, it comes down to 8 and over before you know it.
Rash, we discussed this on the live show. You're not a Pakistan fan, but obviously England are not playing today. So you're kind of a part-time Pakistan fan.
I'm not a Pakistan fan.
Are you saying you are a Pakistan fan now?
No, I like watching Pakistan play. So
before
I played for England, I supported Pakistan.
So, but did you play for England now?
Yeah.
So are you a Pakistan fan now?
I would support them, yes.
Well,
if they don't play against England, yeah. So anybody apart from England, I'll support them.
Did he or did he not just give me 5 different answers?
You sound like Boris Johnson, man.
Let's talk the cricket. Let's get back to the cricket. That was a very exciting game. But was that a bit typical Pakistan, do you think?
I wouldn't say typical.
No,
I wouldn't say typical. But at one stage, I was thinking they might get close to 190, especially after 194. Was it 94 after 9 or 10?
Yeah, something like that.
I was thinking 190. I think if they got that, they were in with a shout, as in like a big shout. Especially how they went in their second innings as well. But obviously, to get only 146 after the start, I think they would be disappointed with that.
You called it as well.
I did randomly call it.
You did call it.
When they were 90 for 1, I said, right, 150
they
all
could
out.
still get bowled
I was
out
trying
for
to play that
150.
game. I was trying to play, what do you call that game? You're trying to be...
Reverse psychology.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I was trying to do a bit of that, so I was hoping they don't get that. But they actually got that. So, yeah, I reckon 40, 50 runs too short.
That's what I'm saying. And maybe I'm being critical here, but that, for me, feels like typical Pakistan. Like 30 or 40 runs too short. Harris Raff bowled in the last over after he bowled really poorly.
No, but I think, would you say typical only against India or typical generally?
Typical generally. It's very, very erratic.
But I think against India a lot more so. Because they beat Sri Lanka, they beat Bangladesh, they beat the other teams in there. So I don't think it's typical in that way. Only maybe against India when they play like that.
Do you think that's pressure of playing in a big game against India? Or is that just this rivalry, which we'll discuss in a sec, has got to a point where India are just dominant?
India are a better team. There's no question that India have been a better team for the last God knows how many years, and they probably will be for the next foreseeable future because the caliber of players that they're producing and the high level cricket that those guys play before they come into the international side. They are the better team. So you can't really blame Pakistan. I thought they put up a good fight today. Yes, they'll have a sleepless night over not scoring a minimum of 180 after that start. And that's what they're going to look back at. When they're having a meeting in their dressing room now, in the next 10 minutes or whatever, they will be saying, we should have got 190. We should have got 190. And that's all it's going to come down to. I think it's a bit harsh to be looking at people like Harris Ralph and these guys. At the end of the day, who could have done... Could you guarantee that someone else could have bowled better?
No, but I'm going to just put a counter argument here, just playing devil's advocate. Simon, you bowled 1 over, went for 6 runs. At the point of that last over being played, Harris Ralph had given, I think, 37 off 3.
But you can't bowl Simon Ayub in that last over.
No,
so
you got to go to your specialist at that time. So Harris Ralph is a specialist, and he's done it over a number of years anyway. As in, like, he's performed consistently. So he couldn't. It's not because he's gone for a few runs the first 2 overs. Right, he done bowl at third. You still got to back him because he's your wicket taker. He's your number 1 bowler. And think, right, he's still got them overs. He may come good. Okay, he didn't come good today, but over other games he's bowled well. So you got to back your main bowlers.
And also, if someone bowls 1 over and goes for 6 runs or 7 runs, that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to bowl a second over. They might have gone for 6 or 7 runs because a new batsman was at the crease and the captain thought, you know what, let me bring in my part-timer now, get his over out the way while they're playing themselves back in again, and he gets away with 6 or 7. And then everybody looks at a scorecard. So, why did he only bowl 1 over? Yeah, but there's a reason why he's bowled 1 over. And now you got to go back to your specialist, like Rash said.
But then I would always counter that Pakistan generally in recent history haven't planned that well. And so while I agree, in a normal team where you're planning well, when you're playing well, those decisions are being made well. In this scenario, like, I don't think Pakistan are that relative to pulling off good decisions. Do you know what I mean?
I think you got to go back to, is it against India or is it against a lot of the teams against the world? So you got to look at how they play against us, Australia, South Africa, England, these countries as well. Because if they just do it against India, then it's a pressured thing. It's something in the mind where every time they play against India, they just can't cross the line. But if they play against Australia, South Africa, they're crossing that line. So I don't think it's just a thing of something's wrong with their attack or whatever. It just may be against India. Something happens every time they play against India, they get the better of them.
Let's quickly talk about India, and then I've got a big question for you before we wrap. At this point, so Abhishek Sharma goes. There was a lot of talk about him being unbelievable, and he obviously didn't turn up today. Shubman Gill goes, and then Sky goes. Tilak Varma comes in. Hasn't had a chance to bat that much in this tournament so far. Rocks up 69 or 53. Like, where are they producing these batters from, bro? Like,
this is India we're talking about.
I've got how many 2 billion? How many people they got? India?
What are we? 1.5 billion now. 1.5 billion.
I'm sure they're going to get 11.
If you can't produce 8 international batters out of 1.5 billion, then bro, give us those 1.5 billion. I mean, they do produce batters. Historically, India have always produced the best batters on the planet.
But
and they've got better and better and better because there's more money in the game, and now kids are seeing it as a profession. Whereas back in the day, cricketers had a second job in the winter. They play cricket during the summer, and then they were an electrician in the winter, and those sort of things. That it's changed now. Cricket's a proper career, and you can earn a lot of money for your family and for the foreseeable future if you play IPL and you're one of the stars. So it's a big thing now. And when you've got that sort of prize or that sort of carrot dangling, you're going to produce players because there's some serious money. Wherever there's money, there will be quality.
That's also an issue. Pakistan and the PCB haven't got anywhere near as much money as India and the BCCI. I do think also, I think Samson came in and we were sat in here and you were like, gun batter. And when I went out there was a couple of other cricketers here watching it. Tilak Varma came in and they were like, gun batter. Obviously, the big question at that point then is Pakistan India even a competition anymore? And I don't mean that disrespectfully towards Pakistan, but Sky recently said the rivalry's gone, there's no rivalry anymore.
I think the rivalry will always be there, just because it's Pakistan and India. In terms of cricket-wise, that will determine on form. Because at the moment, India are on top and have been on top for the past, 5-10 years. But I think there was...
I think longer.
Yeah.
It might be longer now.
We might be at 15 years now.
15 to 20 years now.
Okay, past 15, 20 years. So I think it's more so on form, but it's more, the rivalry will always be there because it's Pakistan and India, it's a big thing. And like I said, this game today, it got close, it was down to 2 balls. So in terms of competing, yes, they are competing, but they're not crossing the line.
Then I want to ask the question, obviously Pakistan fans, I'm speaking on their behalf here, they don't want to just be competing with India, right?
Them are the words you used. You used compete.
No, you said it was they competed at the end.
No, but you asked me a question. You said they're competing. I said...
Yeah, okay, let's say I put words in your mouth and then you repeated them anyway. Where is the distance between these two, Pakistan and India?
Big.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think India see Pakistan as a major threat. Like they might see England as a major threat. They might see Australia or New Zealand or South Africa. Pakistan will be at the bottom of that list. The rivalry will be up there, the top of the list. But in terms of them, maybe when they're having their team chat, they're saying, listen, guys, let's not take it too lightly today. Let's make sure we bury them. Do you know that sort of language? I'm pretty sure that's the sort of language that will be spoken in that dressing room compared to a completely different language that might be spoken in the Pakistan dressing room.
What do you think's been said in the Pakistan dressing room? Stay alive in the game, take it deep.
It's that normal stuff, but a bit more so knowing that mentally, they've got to make sure mentally how we're going to be up for this game. That's the main thing. It's not the more skill work, how we're going to outball them, but how we're going to mentally be strong enough to come back from defeats and the expectations of, right, this is the history says we've lost the past 7 games, 8 games, nil, so how are we going to overcome that? So that's the biggest challenge they have. It's not so much about their fielding, their batting, their bowling.
They're not going to outskill India.
It's more in the mind and how we're going to outsmart them in that way.
I don't think they think that they're going to outskill India. What they'll probably be saying in their dressing room is, hey, one of us have a day out today. come on, one of us just have a day out today and we'll win. Whereas it's a completely different language, I reckon, in the India side.
That's kind of what I meant earlier when I said like Tilak Varma's turned up today, Shivman Dube's turned up today. You're kind of going like someone's going to turn up for India because they've got so many players who could turn up.
Yeah.
Pakistan had Farhan, and
they're probably thinking, Fakhar Zaman, please have a day out. Yeah. And it's a shame because, cricket's the number one sport in Pakistan. There's a lot of people playing cricket and they just haven't been able to get over the line against India.
Do you reckon they're going through that transition thing?
They're the second best team in Asia.
Or has it been going on for a long time, that transition period?
It's been going on for a long time, actually. A very long time. But I think it has produced some very good cricketers through the Pakistan Super League. There's been some good cricketers come through.
Well, Harris Rauf came through the PSL.
Yeah.
He was completely unknown.
Shaheen.
Yeah.
All of them, actually. All of them playing today are all come from the PSL. They are very, very good players. They're very good players. I've had the pleasure of watching those guys now for the last almost 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. From, Shaheen Shah, when he first came on the scene for Zalmi. So watching them over the years, how much they've improved and some of the new players that come through. There is a lot there. But just need to get it together. Maybe, I don't know, it might be a discipline issue. I don't know.
Last one, Rash. You're one of your favourite spinners, right? Kuldeep Yadav. 4 wickets. He always turns up, man. I always think like he's one of these bowlers that when it's hot in the kitchen, he's there, man.
Like, I think obviously he's been around now for another 7, 8 years, but for myself, I've seen a transition from when he first came in to now. The way he's adapted, the way his situations, the confidence he's got. But I think from also why I like him is more traditional in that sense. He's not so much like the new stuff where he ball it quick, back of a length. He's still more so, right, let me get above the eye line, get the ball to drift, dip, spinning, all the more traditional stuff.
He's still doing people with flight.
Yeah, so it's not just quick back of a length and just hoping for a bit of this, bit of that. So that's why I actually enjoy his bowling and his craft in that way. And like I say, he's successful generally more times than not.
All right. India win again. Any last comments, Ravi? You want to go home and watch the Ryder Cup?
It's probably over by now, but no, it's been a good day out. I think all good day all round. We had a great cricket match. Arsenal won 2-1, and I got the end of the Ryder Cup to watch. It's a great day.
Nice, Ravi, top man. Rash, top as usual. Thank you for listening or watching, whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening on Spotify or any other platform. Obviously, you can see Pepe bags in front of us because we are now working with Pepe's. They are our partners. If you enjoy chicken and you're based in pretty much, I want to say like at least 5 countries. I probably shouldn't guess, but I'm going to guess 5 countries at least. And while you watch the next episode, go and tuck into some Pepe's. See you on the next one.